I know your deeds, that you are neither cold nor hot. I wish that you were cold or hot. So because you are lukewarm and neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth. Now I'm going to give you a different take on this. I always read this, and you probably did too. Oh, God would rather you be burning hot or ice cold than to be lukewarm, making the point that lukewarm is the worst condition, right? But let me give you a little bit of a different take on this. How does something become lukewarm? Like, let's say that you had this nice hot summer day and you got this ice cold glass of lemonade or sweet tea or whatever it is that you like to drink. And man, that thing is gonna, you know what I'm talking about. You're dying to have this thing. Well, if you leave that thing sitting on your counter all day and go back to it and drink it, it's just not the same. You know what I'm saying? Or if you brew a hot cup of coffee in the morning on a cold morning and man, you got this fresh steaming coffee, it's perfect, right? You're ready for this on a cold morning. If you leave the counter all day and come back that afternoon, when you taste that coffee, you're probably going to have the reaction Jesus did. You're going to want to spit it out of your mouth. So here's kind of what lukewarm is. It's when something acclimates to the exact same temperature of the environment that it's in. There's no difference. See, hot or cold is different than the temperature that you're in, right? Or else you wouldn't know it's hot. You wouldn't know it's cold. Could it be that lukewarmness is that you're just fitting in with the environment around you instead of being supernatural? It's natural to be the same temperature as the world. It's supernatural not to be. You getting that? So change your life. Under that definition, lukewarmness is basically worldliness. Now that's another old school Pentecost term. Anybody ever grow up? Oh, that's worldly. That's worldly. I know people got off and got too extreme. I get that. But we still do that with other messages today. Everybody takes the truth too far and then it comes back to the middle. But worldliness, man. So what is this? Let's read some more scripture. Romans 12:2. Don't become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention on God. You'll be changed from the inside out. Readily recognize what he wants from you and quickly respond to it. Unlike the culture around you, always dragging you down to its level of immaturity, God brings the best out of you, develops well-formed maturity in you. Pretty awesome. Oh, here's a popular one, James 4:4. You adulterers. He was talking to the church. He wasn't talking to the world. You adulterers, don't you realize that friendship with the world makes you an enemy of God? I say it again, if you want to be a friend of the world, you make yourself an enemy of God. These are in the Bible. I can't ignore them. John, this one blows my mind too. 1 John 2:15 through 17. Do not love this world, nor the things it offers you. For when you love the world, you do not have the love of the Father in you. For the world offers only a craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and pride in our achievements and possessions. These are not from the Father, but are from the world. And this world is fading away along with everything that people crave, but anyone who does what pleases God will live forever. Wow, you feel that washing over you? Woo! The word speaks for itself. You don't really have to dress it up very much. Goodness gracious. This is shocking. How do you get lukewarm? The primary cause of lukewarmness is pride. Now I want us to park here and meditate on this for a minute. Let's forget the world for a minute as far as like the lost, unsaved folks. This is a message for church people today, right? Because Jesus was talking to his church. The things I've just read, all these were messages to the church. These were not messages to the lost. You don't beat the lost up. They're sinners. That's what they do. You don't beat them up for being sinners. That's where the grace and the mercy comes in, right? But anyway, let's get back to this. Because you say, I am rich and have become wealthy and have need of nothing, and you do not know that you are wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. So I'm saying, hey, I'm okay, man. Things are great. I'm looking great. And Jesus says, that's not my perspective about your life. You can have the greatest of intentions, but you better be knowing what the Lord is saying about your condition. You hear what I'm saying?